welcome back to my channel. It is Vlogmas day 2. So I actually did not vlog today because I actually wanted to do a story time. This story time is kind of long overdue. I've been wanting to do this since I had Nova, just haven't really had the time or the energy to do it. But I was like, this is the perfect time. It's Vlogmas. I need to shoot content every day, so why not? So today I am going to do the story time on my labor and delivery, my birth story with Nova, because even though I vlogged and vlog my labor and delivery, I didn't really go into detail about what was going on like behind the scenes. And I kind of wanted to compare my labor with Nico with my labor with Nova, because with Nico I was induced and with Nova I went into labor on my own and it was totally different. So starting with Miss Nova girl over here, she's reading a book, even though she can't read. So I went into labor. So first of all, her birthday is August 7th. On the 6th, that Thursday, me and Nico had went to Target. And I went with no intentions to buy anything, but just to walk around and, you know, get some miles in to try to go into labor. Even though I was only 37 weeks, I was almost 38 weeks. I think I was one day shy of 38 weeks. But we went to Target, we walked around for like a good hour, ended up, of course, buying something. But we walked around for an hour, we got something to eat, came home, I took a shower. And that night, Brandon was like, you know, I'm gonna come over and spend the night, whatever. Which was good because at like 3 o'clock that morning, I started having contractions. So because I had a false labor like a couple of days before, I didn't think I was in labor. I thought maybe they were just breast and Hicks again, but I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and time them anyway. And they were coming like every 5 to 6 minutes. My contractions were coming like every 5 to 6 minutes. They were lasting for like a minute long. And I did time them for like 2 hours. Yeah, maybe like 2.5 hours, because Brandon at that time was getting up for work about 5:30. And I remember I had gotten a shower and everything. I was like, okay, my back is hurting, maybe I am in labor. So he woke up for work and I was like, I think I'm in labor. I was like, I've been having contractions, I might need to go to the hospital. Yeah, this is the crazy part, right? It's like I kind of figured I was in labor, but I was still in denial. So I was like, you go ahead, get Nico together, take him to your mom's house, go to work. You know, I'll call you, let you know what's going on. Yeah, he was like, are you sure? You sure you don't want me to drive you to the hospital? I was like, no, I'm good. As he walking me to the car, I'm like having contractions. And he was like, you sure? He's like, I'm just gonna take you. And I was like, no, go ahead and get Nico ready. Like, cause Nico was still in the house in the bed. I was like, just get him ready, take him to your mom. Whatever. Drove myself to the hospital having full-blown contractions, okay? So I get to the hospital like 6:30, 6:30, somewhere in there. And she checked me and she was like, yeah, your water bag is bulging and you are like 4.5 centimeters dilated. I was like, okay, great. So they admitted me. First thing I asked is when can I get my epidural? Mommy? Yes. Yeah. I was like, yeah, when can I get my epidural or whatever? So they admitted me. And so this is where I kind of want to, and don't mind Nova girl's hair, tomorrow is wash day. Y'all will see that in Vlogmas day 3. But so this is where I want to compare my labors, right? So with Mr. Nico, I was induced. And being induced slows down your labor. I was in labor with Nico for about 21 hours total, from the time they start my induction to the time I had him. So 21 hours. With Nova, I ended up having her one that afternoon. So I started having contractions at 3. So 3, it wasn't even 12 hours. It was like 10 hours, right? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. Yep, 10 hours. So the crazy thing is with the Nova, after they told me that I was being admitted, I can't remember having any more contractions. Like, I can't even remember being in pain no more after that. I don't know. It's like when you have a baby, after a while, you can't remember the pain. I don't know, it's really weird, but that was my first time getting tested for COVID when I was in labor with Nova, and then I got my epidural. So my epidural with Nico wore off, so I literally pushed him out naturally anyway, because I felt everything. And with Nova, it was only really working on one side. I was only working on my right side. I think it's because I was laying on my left side. Yes. She keeps interrupting me. Yes. The epidural was really only working on my right side because I was laying on my left side. And so when I was pushing her out, I was still feeling everything. So with Nova, I feel like the doctor said she think my pressure had got too low, because when they laid me back to check me for that last time, they laid me back kind of fast and everything was moving kind of fast. And so I got really dizzy and I feel like I was gonna faint, and you know, it scared me. And I was really nauseous. I felt like I had to throw up. I never did throw up or anything, but they gave me a bag. And even if you watch my labor and delivery vlog, you can hear me say, I gotta throw up. But I never did. But I was really, really dizzy and I felt like I was gonna pass out. But the crazy thing is, as soon as she came out, as soon as I delivered her, the nausea went away, the dizziness went away. It was crazy. So another thing I wanted to compare, being induced, having my baby on my own. With Nico, afterwards, I could hardly walk. I was really sore down there. It was rough. I was in the hospital for like 3 days, of course. But with Nova, like immediately after, I could walk to the bathroom. And I was walking around like normal. Like with Nico, I was walking around like a baby deer. With Nova, everything was like nothing happened, like I didn't even have a baby. I ended up going home the very next day at like 7 o'clock that evening, or maybe 6 with Nova, like, because I was doing totally fine. Like, blood pressure was good. I wasn't in any kind of pain. My bleeding was normal. So they was like, you know, if you want to go home, you can go home. I was like, yes, I do. Because I was missing Nico. I was all ready for him to meet his sister. So I went home. But I will say, maybe after like 2 days, I was starting to feel a little, like my body feel like a little sore, like a train had ran over me. But other than that, like my labor with Nova was so easy compared to Nico. If I can have another labor like Nova, I would definitely have another baby because it was just so easy. Being induced, I totally do not recommend if you don't have to. But you know, of course, sometimes you can't control that. If your baby's been in there for a long time, it's time for the baby to get out. Sometimes you have no choice but to be induced. Medical reasons, you might have to be induced. But if you have a choice to not be induced and just wait for your baby to come, I totally recommend waiting. Because that Pitocin, not having to like have my labor progress with Pitocin, it was just totally different. And I genuinely enjoyed my labor and delivery with Nova. Like I said, I don't really remember being in a lot of pain with Nova, but with Nico, I was in a lot of pain in labor and after labor. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to really talk about with my labor. Just comparing the difference between Pitocin, no Pitocin, so much easier. But yeah, Nova girl, she'll be 16 months. She is so wild. She will be 16 months on next Tuesday. She's growing so fast. Nico is 4. So yeah, that concludes my little story time. I didn't want to hold you guys. Nova! I did not want to hold you guys too long. I just want to do a quick story time to make sure I got my day 2 of Vlogmas out. And yeah, that's that. So if you guys have any questions about my labor, if I missed something, because it has been over a year, so I'm pretty sure I'm missing some details, but ask some questions, jog my memory. I love talking about labor and delivery, love talking about babies. So leave some comments down there if you have any questions, and I would love to answer them. But thank you guys for tuning into my video. Nova! Stop. But thank you guys for tuning into my video, and I will see you guys in Vlogmas Day 3. Peace.